Hello, everyone. It's the one and only magnificent bird, Beak, speaking to you today. And in today's video, I am back for my AEW Wrestle Dream 2025 predictions and who I think is going to win each and every match, whether if I get them wrong or right. How many I get wrong or right, it doesn't matter. I like to do this once a month when the AEW pay-per-views come around, and in a couple of days I'll end up going over all the results of what actually happened. So, yeah, okay. So, here we go. Before we get started, I hope all of you are doing good and staying safe out there. And like always, if you like the video, make sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below if you would like to. And if you aren't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button if you feel like it, and make sure to turn on all notifications so you know the second I upload to YouTube. And if you want to share the video, that would be great too. And if you do any of those things, that would be very much appreciated. So, today is Saturday, October 18th. And yeah, today is officially Wrestle Dream. Like tonight, 8 p.m. or so tonight. So I'm not late. I usually get these predictions out a day or so early, but I'm on time. So anyway, let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get into these matches, and I'll go over who I think is going to win each of these matches. So, Wrestle Dream is October 18th. That's tonight. And it's going to be in St. Louis, Missouri. All right, so let's go over the matches one by one. First up, we have a tag team match between FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Harwood with Stokely Hathaway versus Jet Speed, Speedball, Mike Bailey, and Kevin Knight. Okay, I'm not really going to spend too much time talking about this match. Although, I mean, it could probably still end up being a pretty good match. I'm not really expecting much from this, but it could end up being better than I'm thinking it's gonna be. But who do I think is gonna win? I'm gonna go with FTR because they need after losing to Adam Copeland and Christian Cage. I believe they do need a big bounce back win, and I think this is where they get that big bounce back win. So I'm gonna go with FTR. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe Jet Speed could surprise, but I don't know. I don't see it happening. So yeah, give me FTR to win. All right, next up we have another tag team match. Well, this pick will be even shorter than the last, as we have Eddie Kingston and Hook versus To Be Announced. How the hell can I possibly pick the other team if I don't know who the hell they are? So give me Eddie Kingston and Hook. What the hell? I don't know why that's not. I guess it'll be announced tonight, or it's not been announced yet by the time I'm doing this, but I'm not. I'm doing it now. So yeah, definitely give me Eddie Kingston and Hook, because TBA could be anybody. I'm not, there's no way I can pick the team against them that I don't even know who they are yet. So that's an easy pick. Yeah, Eddie and Hook. Next up, we have another tag team match. Holy shit, it's starting with a lot of tag team matches. But these are pre-show matches, by the way. Okay, we got ourselves another tag team match between Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale versus Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford. Okay, I could see them either Harley Cameron will take the pinfall, or Penelope Ford will take the pinfall. Ooh. I guess I'll go ahead and pick somebody. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. I'll go with Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale to win. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. Great. I could see Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford win just as easily as Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale. I really could. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go with Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale. All right, next up, we have an 8-man tag team match between Roderick Strong, Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, and Ishii versus the Death Riders of Claudio, Wheeler Yuta, Daniel Garcia, and Pac. Who do I think is going to win? Well, okay. I don't see all of the Death Riders winning this pay-per-view, but I don't see all of them losing. So, I mean, I could be wrong on this, but go ahead and give me the Death Riders to win the 8-man tag team match. Because we'll talk about it the next match coming up. So yeah, go ahead and give me the Death Riders because I think half the Death Riders will win, and well, I don't think it'll be a clean sweep. I don't, but who fucking knows? All the Death Riders could end up winning. I mean, that's very possible, but give me the Death Riders to win the 8-man tag team match. Okay, on to the main show. Okay. We have the I Quit match between Darby Allin and Jon Moxley. Who do I think is going to win this match? This one I think is 50-50. Last time these two faced each other was the Coffin match, and that was a pretty good match. And you know what? I am very interested to see what these two are going to do during the I Quit match. What punishment are both of them going to deliver to one another? What punishment are they going to endure? Not to say the words I quit. So this type of environment, it could be candidate for match of the night potentially, just because of the shit that they will go through tonight and the crap that they will that they'll punish each other with to make the other try to say I quit. Okay, I could see Jon Moxley clean sweeping Darby Allin. However, I don't see their rivalry ending anytime soon, and I feel like if Jon Moxley beats Darby Allin again, I don't know. Would there be a reason for their feud to continue further past tonight? I mean, it still might. I could see Tony Khan being like, yeah, okay, Jon Moxley, if you want to beat Darby Allin, I'll go ahead and I'll book you to beat him again. But I don't know if that's gonna, because we still got Full Gear. We have what's the one after at World's End in December. So now you know what? Give me Darby Allin. I think Darby Allin is going to find a way to make Jon Moxley say the words "I quit." I don't know how the hell he's going to do it, but I feel like he's gonna somehow overcome Mount Everest by. I mean, he's already climbed Mount Everest, but I feel like he's going to metaphorically overcome another Mount Everest by making Jon Moxley say "I quit." So you heard it here. Give me Darby Allin to win the I Quit match and make Jon Moxley say I quit. Now, I could totally look like a fool and be wrong, but hey, I just do these for fun. So we'll see. We'll find out by tomorrow, right? So give me Darby Allin to win and continue this feud. All right, next up, we have a singles match for the AEW World Championship between the AEW World Champion Hangman Adam Page versus Samoa Joe, 1/3 of the AEW World Trios Champion. Okay, so for those of you that are wondering, okay, why are these two facing each other, right? So kind of let me bring you up to speed a little bit as to why they're facing each other. Okay, so Adam Page, Samoa Joe, and then Powerhouse Hobbs had a couple weeks back, they had a 6-man tag team match against the Death Riders, and well, Adam Page and Will Hobbs and Samoa Joe won. And after the match, Adam Page, he took the Trios World titles from the ring announcer or whatever and handed the one title to Powerhouse Hobbs, and then he handed the other title to Samoa Joe, but like, I don't know, he didn't do a, like, I get why it was done to set up this match, right? So, like, the way that Adam Page handed Samoa Joe the title, he didn't really hand it to him on with such a great job of, he just kind of just, it's like he almost kind of tossed the title at him, but then Samoa Joe didn't do such a great job holding on to the title, and Samoa Joe felt disrespected. And he's like walking up to him like, you're just going to really throw the title at me, you motherfucker. Let's bring it on. Like, let's beat the hell out of each other right here and now. But not Samoa Joe, but Powerhouse Hobbs was there to stand in the middle of them, to be like, just in between them so they wouldn't fighting each other. And that's like why we got this match. Is it kind of a dumb reason to have a world title match? I agree a little bit, but will it be a good title match? I think it will be. Now, will it be as good as the one at All Out and at Forbidden Door? I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. But is there a legitimate chance that Samoa Joe wins the World Championship back for the second time? I'm going to say no. There's still more for Hangman Adam Page to do as the world champion. So obviously, I'm going to go with Hangman Adam Page to successfully retain. Although I don't think these two have faced each other one-on-one before. I'm trying to remember. Now, they were in a triple threat match against each other back last year. That's when Swerve Strickland had, right before he won the world title for the first time. But I don't think they faced each other, not one-on-one, I don't think. So it'll be interesting. Now, who's going to be more heelish? Who's going to be more of the babyface? Even though they're both technically babyfaces, I think Hangman Adam Page is going to be more so the babyface. But it could be 50-50. But as far as the crowd reaction, I'm going to go with Hangman Adam Page to successfully retain the title. Because I do believe that MJF is still going to end up beating Hangman Adam Page whenever he decides to cash in his Casino Gauntlet contract. Oh, and there's been a change on that has already been announced. That's already been announced, but I think it's a bullshit change, which I will get into just shortly. Hold on. Okay, so the Casino Gauntlet winners going forward, starting with MJF, you know how it was supposed to work like Money in the Bank, where you could successfully cash in where you could cash in that contract anytime, any place? Well, there's been a slight change to that. Before you even think about cashing in, you have to give a 7-day notice before you cash in. Look, listen, I like AEW a lot more than WWE right now. But listen, I think that is a dumbass change to the stipulation of the Casino Gauntlet. I'm sorry. As much as I like AEW, I cannot defend that. Like, what's the point of the Casino Gauntlet if it's just like, oh, you got to let the champion know 7 days ahead of time before you cash in. So it's just like a regular fucking match at that point. That is definitely going to backfire on Tony Khan 100%. Like, oh god, I know I forgot to mention it, but oh lord, I still think MJF is still going to find a way to beat Hangman Adam Page, but man, the fact that he has to let him know a week ahead of time, that kind of kills it a little bit for me, just because you don't have that surprise element anymore. You got what I'm saying? Tony Khan, come on, dude. Like, sometimes you make some really, most of the times, in my opinion, you make some really good decisions, but this is not one of them. Absolutely not. Alright, so you already know who I think is going to win the world title, or win the match, rather. Alright, so, next up, we have a singles match for the AEW Women's World Championship between the AEW Women's World Champion, my personal favorite Oh God, Chris Statlander. She is the kind of woman that makes you drop to your knees for you to think, God, that you are a man. Whew. Like Tony Storm said, like Timeless Tony Storm said, God, what a woman she is. And she, anyway, Chris Statlander will be defending against Timeless Tony Storm. Now, this is the match that out of all of the other matches on paper that I'm looking forward to the most because you got two incredibly hot women going at it in the ring. Oh my God. But seriously, now I think this will be a really good match. I'm expecting it to. I hope I'm not setting myself up for disappointment, but we'll see. Now, who do I think is going to win? Okay. All right. Tony Khan, right? Okay, so let's Okay. I could see him going two directions with this. Tony Khan, if you want to freshen up and liven the AEW Women's World Championship picture, you have to have Chris Statlander win and retain. Will you go back to the same old well and have Timeless Tony Storm win the title for the fifth time in her career? I mean, that'll be a great milestone for Timeless Tony Storm, but I have to ask, if you go back to Timeless Tony Storm and have her win the Women's World Championship 5 times, I would be like, what the fuck was the point of Chris Statlander winning the title at all out in the first place? That would be my only problem with Tony Storm winning the title for the 5th time. What would have been the fucking point of Tony Storm losing the title at all out? If you were just gonna put the title back on her for the 5th time, you should have just had her retain it all out. You got what I'm saying? Oh no, she might bark. Coco is like right behind me, so. Damn, you're not gonna bark? You usually like to bark when I'm recording stuff. But thank you for not barking. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, oh God, who do I go with? I could see Tony Khan being like, I want to go back to the old I want to go back to the old well and go with Timeless Tony Storm again. But maybe Chris Statlander is going to win and retain, and maybe Timeless Tony Storm is going to take a break. Because about a month ago, when Chris Statlander won the title, she said that her one dream match was, she said that her one dream match she's never had would be against Timeless Tony Storm one-on-one, and she's getting that dream match. So, I wasn't wrong last month. I took the off chance of saying, you know what, fuck it, I'll go with Chris Statlander. What's the worst that can happen? I get the pick wrong, and turns out I got it right. So, I'm gonna go with Chris Statlander to retain, but I had a bad thought that's slowly creeping into my mind, okay? Which we will talk about. We'll talk about a little bit later when we get through the rest of the matches. Okay, so give me Chris Statlander to beat Timeless Tony Storm one-on-one and retain. And I think Timeless Tony Storm is going to go away for a little bit and probably she'll come back, but will she come back as Timeless Tony Storm? Maybe she just goes back to her old self. I don't know, but give me Chris Statlander to retain. I will see. All right. Next up, we have another tag team match once again. And the winners receive a $500,000 cash prize. And this tag team match will be between Jurassic Express, Jack Perry, and Luchasaurus versus the Young Bucks, Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson. Who do I think is going to win? I kind of figured this match was going to happen based off of what happened at All Out. But here's the thing that's throwing me off. It's a $500,000 tag team match where the winner gets quote-unquote $500,000, right? I would think, with this being Jurassic Express's first tag team match on pay-per-view in many years, I would think you would want them to come out strong and get this win, right? Well, see, here's the thing. That the fact that it's not a normal tag team match is throwing me the fuck off. the fact that it's a $500,000 tag team match, it's having me think the Young Bucks are probably going to fucking win, and they're going to continue this feud, because the main reason that this feud is even happening is, well, back, I don't know, I think I probably already mentioned it, but I'm going to mention it again. There was an episode of Dynamite where Jack Perry called the Young Bucks, but they didn't pick up the phone. They didn't pick up his call, and, you know, Jack Perry explains it himself, and he said, I really like you guys, the Young Bucks, but he said, when I needed the both of you the most and you didn't pick up my call, I felt some sort of way about it. So he pretty much, quote unquote, revived Luchasaurus to help me beat your asses. So there you go. That's that's why we got this match. I'm gonna go with the fact that there's $500,000 on the line. I'm gonna go with the Young Bucks because okay, so anytime, like, they're, right now the Young Bucks are in this state with their characters where they're supposedly so fucking poor and all this stuff, right? And Nick Jackson, any little bit of money that they do win, he ends up going to the fucking casino and he ends up betting it all and losing it all on the damn slot. So this will be an opportunity for the Young Bucks to, quote unquote, win $500,000. And who knows, will Nick Jackson continue to gamble it all the way at the casino? Probably fucking so. So for that reason, I think the Young Bucks do win the $500,000, and I'm assuming this will continue the feud. So what would Jurassic Park do with $500,000? I don't know. I just think this match is tailor-made for the Young Bucks to win somehow. So yeah, give me the Young Bucks to somehow pull it off in the end. All right. Next up, we have a singles match for the AEW TNT Championship between the TNT champion Kyle Fletcher defending against Mark Briscoe. Okay, so this is going to be the 5th time that both of them are facing one another, and both of them have 2 wins over one another, so this will break the tie. You got what I'm saying? They've had 5 matches, like, not all in close junction, but anyway, they've beaten each other 2 times. This is going to determine who's going to be the better man, right? Could they give Mark Briscoe the TNT Championship tonight? I mean, I guess it could happen, but is it really time for Kyle Fletcher to drop the TNT Championship yet? I'm going to say no. I think Kyle Fletcher is going to retain the TNT Championship. I think Mark Briscoe might come close, but I don't think it's going to be good enough. So, give me Kyle Fletcher to win and retain. All right, next up, we have another tag team match, and this is going to be for the AEW World Tag Team Championships between Bro Dito, Bandino, and Brody King, defending against Don Callis family members Okada and Takeshita with Don Callis. Who do I think is going to win? You know what? Every time I've picked against Bro Dito, they've won. So should I continue to pick against Bro Dito? You know what? I don't think I'm going to this time. No, give me Bro Dito to win and retain. Because I think this is where, I thought we would have already had this match by now. I think this is where Okada and Takeshita, I think this is where they implode. And they end up, their stupidness of not, they seem like a united front. Okada and Takeshita even beat the tag team champions back about a week ago on Dynamite in order to get this tag team title match. But I think Bro Dito, I think Bro Dito get their win back and successfully retain the tag team titles. Now, do I see here's the thing, does Takeshita or Okada get pinned? I could see a situation where Okada is looking to tag in Takeshita, but he jumps off the apron and leaves him high and dry to get beaten 1, 2, 3. I could see that being the case, because I don't. Could they win the tag team titles? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there's more for Brodito to do before they lose the tag team titles. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Brodito to win and retain, and this is where the implosion of Okada and Takeshita is really going to start, thus setting up a match one-on-one between them two in the future. So yeah, give me Brodito to win and retain. Next up, we have a singles match between Jamie Hayter and Tekla. So, who do I think is going to win this one? I'm going to go with, I could see it being Jamie Hayter. You know what? Give me Tekla to win, just because it would be a big win for Tekla in her young career in AEW. But I could see them going with Jamie Hayter. But if I had to pick one, just on the off chance, I'll go with Tekla to win, because these two participants could end up being in Blood and Guts coming up in November. I could definitely see that being the case. You're going to bark now? Hey. Coco. Hey. I'm almost done here, and you got to bark. Okay, anyway. I'll continue, but if she gets too loud, I'll stop, and then I'll come back. But anyway, okay. Give me Tekla to win. All right, next up, we have a Tornadoes Trios match. Okay, so we're all 6 of them will be in the ring at the same time. Okay. We have the Hurt Syndicate of Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, and MVP versus the Demand of Ricochet, Bishop Khan, and Teoa Leone. I know I didn't say that right, but whatever. Who do I think is going to win? You know what? I could see either one of them get the win, because Ricochet and the Demand, they have a win, and then the Hurt Syndicate have a win because both of them faced each other in a street fight, and that's where the Hurt Syndicate picked up the win, so this is inevitably going to break that tie. You know what? Give me the Demand to win. Now, they could end up going with the Hurt Syndicate. I could see that being the case, but hey, I'm just picking for fun at this point. So yeah, give me the Demand of Ricochet, Bishop Khan, and Toa Leone to go ahead and win. I could see that being the case where now they could go with the Hurt Syndicate, I'm sure. It's 50-50, but I got to pick somebody. So yeah, give me the Demand to go ahead and win. Next up, we have the final match. We're almost done. Okay. We have a singles match for the AEW TBS Championship, and this will be an open challenge. So we have now, as officially of this video, we have 10 belts Monet. No, fucking literally, like, it's ridiculous. We have 10 belts Mercedes Monet defending against, to be announced. So, as of Saturday, October 18th, Mercedes Monet is officially the longest reigning TBS champion at 510 days. So that means there's a slight chance Mercedes Monet could be dropping that TBS championship tonight. That doesn't mean it's going to happen. But I've said this, they're waiting for her to break Jade Cargill's record, and she has done that. So now it's just a matter of time as when the fuck is she dropping that TBS championship? Tonight could be the night. Who knows? Depends on who she's fucking facing. So for the sake of fucking sanity, I am picking whoever she's facing tonight to take that TBS championship off of her. Please, Tony Khan, let it fucking happen. Like, Mercedes Moné, look, in my opinion, I think she's way fucking better than Jade Cargill, but she is still fucking annoying. And she is part of why people don't watch your product. She's not the only reason, but she's part of the problem. God, and all those 10 championship belts that nobody's going to remember. And one of them is not even a legitimate title belt. I mean, come on, like, there's nothing wrong with someone holding not 2 at a time, sometimes 3 at a time, but damn, when it gets up past 5 and 6, that's a problem. That's a problem. So there's a legitimate chance. There's probably a slim chance, excuse me, there is a slim chance that Mercedes Moné loses because she's already got the record of the longest reigning TBS champion. Now, does that mean it's guaranteed she'll lose tonight? Not necessarily, but we have no idea who she's facing. So, in this case, give me the TBA to be announced opponent to beat Mercedes Moné. Now, I could be very well fucking wrong on this pick. I could. But you know what? I want to risk it. I want to roll the dice. Give me the to be announced opponent to beat Mercedes Moné tonight. I'll probably be looking like a fool, but you know what? There's the off chance that I could be right. I could. That it's not a guarantee, but she's already got the record. Who's to say she isn't going to go ahead and drop the title? Because here's a fear that I have. Okay, so I have Chris Statlander winning and retaining against Timeless Tony Storm. Who's to say that Mercedes Moné doesn't eventually win the Women's World Championship from Chris Statlander? That's a fucking fear that I have, and I hate to say it, but I could see that fucking happen. Because I think Mercedes Moné is trying to go for a record of holding 11 belts. Unless she finds herself a fucking tag team partner and goes after the AEW Women's Tag Team Champions, which I don't think is going to happen. I don't know. Maybe I should just pick Mercedes Moné, but no. You know what? I'm not doing it. Give me the to be announced opponent. Tony Khan, it's time for a new TBS champion. It's time. Come on, wake up, man. Wake up. Shit. Anyway. Will he wake up? Will he get his head out from under Mercedes Moné's ass? I doubt it. I doubt he will tonight, but there's a chance. Oh, God. Anyway, y'all already know who I think is going to win each of these matches. So, all right, I don't think I have anything else to add. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here so I can get this edited. I can get this uploaded. I already got a thumbnail. And yeah, it should be uploaded by today. So that's pretty much all I got to say. I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by and for your continued support. And if you're new, welcome on in for the very first time. I'm glad to have your support and thank you for your time. I am Buck Beak, and I'm going to go ahead and fly back to my nest. Until next time, bye guys.